For the next review in the Mass Effect series, we're going to look at Mass Effect 2, and I'll say right now, this is the best damn game in this trilogy. Don't worry, I'll explain why. In Mass Effect 2, we continue the story of Commander Shepard, as he, or she depending on what character you created, continues the fight against the ultimate galactic evil, the Reapers. However, in a turn of events at the start of the game, we see Shepard spaced, after the Normandy is attacked and destroyed by an unknown force. At this point, Shepard is dead. But of course, he's the protagonist, so he gets put together by the human terrorist group called Cerberus, by order of the Elusive Man, played by the fantastic Martin Sheen. Just put that in there. The good old Elusive Man tells you the reason why he brought you back, and that reason is because human colonies are going missing, and he needs you to figure out what's happening, because you're Commander Shepard, you saved the goddamn Citadel. With Shepard back in working order, he sets off in the new Normandy SR2 built by Cerberus to build a team and figure out what is causing these strange disappearances of the human colonists. And that sets up the story. I won't spoil the rest of it for you. It's really fucking good, like really good. So I'll let you figure the story out for yourself when you play the game. But it is good, I promise. It's really good. Moving on to the gameplay, we see that this game brings the gunplay to a whole new level with a much better combat system than the first game. Taking out the recharging guns for the thermal clips to use as ammo packs makes the guns feel so much better and actually feels like they give more of a punch. And the fact that there's a lot more variety in the different guns that you can use makes me a very happy camper. So that means there's no more red sniper rifles for me. BioWare also brought in a new cover system too that makes the encounters much more tactical than its predecessor, making the player use the squad abilities much more than Mass Effect 1. The overall thing to take from this new combat system is it's a hell of a lot more fun. As for the missions in ME2, they became a lot more linear, with BioWare going for a more third-person shooter vibe with the whole combat situation. The levels became more closed in, but much more detailed because of that. And of course, the array of beautiful planets that the missions took place on really shone through. They also actually worked on the minigames from Mass Effect 1 and made some new ones which actually work really well, even if sometimes they are quite annoying. Unfortunately, the Mako from the first game was taken away, and instead we got a DLC with a hover tank called the Hammerhead. Unlike the sections in the Mako on the open worlds, these sections were very linear just like the main missions in the game. They also created these new loyalty missions that were for each character that helped build the characters a hell of a lot more than they could have done in the first game. You really do get much more of a sense of what the characters are feeling and what problems they have in their lives more than you did in the first game. Mass Effect 2 also brought a whole new host of squad mates, some familiar faces, some not, but I'll let you find out who they are when you actually play the game. All of your squad mates and even the crew on the ship are incredibly detailed with their own stories and just plain emotions to share with you. The stakes that Mass Effect 2 presents Commander Shepard with makes the story and your choices simply brilliant and impactful. The real sense of peril and urgency that you gain in that final mission is why that mission goes down in gaming history. I'd remember the hours that I looked through the game guide trying to figure out the real best ending that I could get. I don't want to spoil it, but your choices in the game really do matter. So make sure that you know you're choosing the right things. Like in my last review, I'll give you my final brief opinion on the game, rather than a score. Mass Effect 2 is the best game in the Mass Effect trilogy, and that's not just me saying it. From the fantastic story to great gameplay and the characters that you simply fall in love with, this is one game that everyone needs to give a playthrough. And for the record, this is my second favourite game of all time, so it gets extra high praise from me. Please go play it, it's great. And with that, thanks for watching. The next review, of course, will be on Mass Effect 3, which will be out before Andromeda releases, don't worry. I will do an Andromeda review as well as soon as I've played the game, but do bear in mind, I love this game series. I will probably be in Andromeda for a good while. So subscribe to know when it's uploaded. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.